Yes? Ask it. I've learned not to unpick the legends so many have woven around our name. Seeing the hope die in a romantic's eyes, it is only funny the first few dozen times. Some call the Harpers heroes. Others, petty meddlers who cannot help but stick their nose into every conflict they stumble across. The truth is in there somewhere. We try to work towards a common balance. If every other faction finds us equally annoying, that is probably a sign that we are succeeding. I will not bore you with a long tale. The short. I was born to a high family in Tedir. I remember little except that when my family fell, they fell far and fast. I learned young what fear and hunger make desperate people do. I learned to do some of it myself even. Until a roving circle of hedge druids found me. They raised me in the wild. But when it became clear I was, perhaps not suited to a life of idle reflection, I was sent to the Harpers. To do. They showed me how to fight with sword, as well as spell, and gave me ample causes to wield them for. If I was not always the truest believer in every cause, well, I fell in love with someone who was. And that is almost the same thing. No, not really. Ha! No. No, thank you. Let the wiser members of my order wrinkle their brows over that particular phrase. In all my years fighting for the Harpers, I am still never certain what the greater good means. I've learned to be content with, well, that was not so bad as it might have been.
Oakfather preserve you. I've been unfair to you. I've had unrealistic expectations of your character ever since I joined you. But honestly, you've surpassed even those. It seemed my faith was more than well-founded.
Did you want something? If not, I'm perfectly happy to just gaze upon you a while. Of course. Even if I could remember, I'm not sure I'd tell you. I don't want your ego to get overinflated.
What's up for discussion?
Is something burdening you? What about him? Chuck. I'm embarrassed you'd fall for such an obvious trick. You probably believe the Illithid's twaddle about Vlaakith usurping Gith's throne as well. The astral prison contains not one, but two atrocities. They will use you and abuse you at every opportunity. There is one truth, Vlaakith's truth. Everything else is apostasy.
Hey, soldier. The year, 10 The place, a sleepy little town called Baldur's Gate. Our hero, Karlak, a knock-kneed delinquent from the outer city with everything to give and nothing to lose. I was a kid looking for a way to fill my days and make some cash when I fell into the wrong crowd. Worked for a guy I respected. A lot. Turns out the feeling wasn't mutual. Through the jigs and the reels, he made a deal with Zariel behind my back. You know Zariel, right? Archdevil of Avernus. She put this thing in my chest and set me to work. Well, to war. I learned quick how to stay alive. And the engine served me when it came to killing devils. 10 years of that. The stories I could tell. I'll mete out the best ones bit by bit, so you always have a reason to keep me around. Clever, right? Soldier? Gives me energy. Power. But you've seen it in action. Very hard to control. If I'm excited at all, angry, nervous, delighted, enticed, I burn hot. Hot enough to burn anyone who gets close. I try not to think about it. I still think about it constantly, but, you know, I try. One of these days, I'll sort the whole infernal affair out, get myself cooled off, start making up for lost time. But not today.
What's on your mind? I've no doubt she has the power to do so, but as for the permission, Ao would not look kindly on her meddling in mortal affairs. Divine intervention has a tendency to make things worse, not better. As for Elminster, he's saved the realms more times than legend can recount. But to take on a god is no easy feat, even for him. My orb is the best chance we have. And only I can wield it.
You again. Oh, darling, I'm hurt. I thought we had something special.
The dog wags his tail, a small bag clenched between his teeth. He gives in and surrenders his find to you. Scratch's tongue lolls out happily, his tail wagging even faster.
should mind my step.
They never found the head. Makes me wonder how they knew it was still there.
Technology these days. I'm sure she left some hair. Or teeth.
Yes? Ask it. You might say that. I left their service and swore never to return. Multiple times, if I recall. It is easy to get tired of the intrigue. The high causes shrouded in secrecy. I thought I might find another way to be of use to the world. And for a time I did. But my comrades would use a rather irritating phrase. A harper never leaves the chorus. She simply goes to spread the song. Meaning that whatever cause I turned my hand to, there I would find them. Harpers, stuffed with their own virtue, but always there. Always trying to help. So I returned to the fold. Returned to the city. Eventually they hung a title around my neck. High Harper. And I still do not know how to play one. If I wanted to spare Geraldus the same headaches, well, you now know why I needed him to be sure this is the life he wants. But you're staring. Which means the tadpole has finally eaten your brain. Or have I been talking too much? Either way, time to move, no?
They never found the head. Makes me wonder how they...
You again.
I'm sure she left some hair. Or teeth.
Did you want something? If not, I'm perfectly happy to just gaze upon your work.
More likely it would just put a stop to us. I wanted nothing to do with those illithid powers before. What makes you think I'd want to jump into an even deeper hole? You know what that offer truly entails, don't you? Become half a mind flayer, lose half of yourself. I don't want that. Of course. Honestly, my heart's racing. The end's close. My parents are close. I just know it. Thank you. I'm not sure I would have ever made it this far without you.
What would you do with a decapitated head anyway? Not like you could sell it.
I can think of a thing or two. Nothing good, though.
I'm never eating at the again.
Hi. It's me, Yenna. You remember me, right? I met you before, and, my mum hasn't come back yet. She might come later. I don't think she's coming. Could we maybe stay here?
What harm? She's little, won't take up much space, or make much of a dent in our provisions.
You don't? I don't have any stuff. But I can cook! Thank you, thank you. I won't get in the way, I promise.
How can I help? Oh, would that I could. But your entourage is full. You'll need to make room for me first. Wonderful. Lead on, then.
Quite ready for you. No time to rest.
Go ahead. I'm listening. Go ahead. I'm listening.
Can't slow down. I need a quick word.
Never been so hot. Scandals, vandals, where to buy sandals? It's all here in the Baldur's Mouth Gazette.
Great, isn't it? These are just cantrips. I can keep this up all day.
Ripe with magic. By all means.
You make a fine point. Very efficient you'd be.
Welcome, dear patron, to Sorceress Sundries. I am an unperson in service of the revered wizard Leroican, proprietor of this fine establishment. To browse our wares, say trade. To provide information about the Night Song, say Night Song. If you are a city official here to collect dues, say taxes. For all other inquiries, say other. I'm sorry, I didn't understand your query. To browse our wares, say trade. If you are a city official here to collect dues, say taxes. You are not Mr. Marvin Hudd, the collections officer assigned to this establishment. Logic detected. Petition approved. Enjoy. How else can I help you today?
What to do?
I'm sure there's gold. No, this was your last.
Very well.
Gods, the shelves are practically picked bare.
Not one for customer service.
Some people are so selfish.
I saw somebody go up to Leroican's tower last time.
Bloodstone.
Can't just go roughing up your customers, especially if...
Not everyone can just wave their hands and be healed. Why aren't they rushing it in, Harry?
Gold, it's all about profits, my love.
It certainly isn't that. What are we doing?
Literature department. Can I help you? Shh. These books are sensitive. They prefer an environment of quiet reverence. Bold. You might have heard that our library has a collection other shops would lack the skill to curate. Between us, even Master Leroican was reluctant to house them in his tower. The pen is mightier than the magic wand, apparently. They're locked away here for their and our customers' safety. Our finest reserve includes the Tharkiat Codex, the Annals of Karsus and Netherese Folly, Sights of the Seelie, and the Curriculum of Strategy. Do any of those interest you? It is said to be written by Lord Karsus himself, the Netherese arcanist who attempted to reap great magical knowledge lies within those pages. But not many can withstand it.
That's it. That's what I need.
The Annals of Karsus would no doubt have much to say about the crone's true nature. If only you could read them.
Buy? Books as temperamental as these are not on sale. They are secured in our vault, where none can harm them. nor can they do any harm. Consider yourself lucky to have learned of such a book's existence, and then forget about it. The annals of Carthus are best left unread. Customers like you are why I prefer the company of books. The only way to gain access to the vault is through my office. And before you ask, no, you are not allowed in there either. You certainly have. Even simple knowledge of these tones is enough to stimulate most.
It's too late for that now.
Goblin party cooking.
He might have a bit of that catnip decoction left. As long as Lord Portash hasn't gotten into it.
Well, I really wish you hadn't called the cat that. It feels a little improper.
This is hardly the time for idle banter. The annals of Carthus are here, waiting to be read.
Swift as my feet can carry me.
I've a good mind to march up there and speak to Heroic myself.
You might want to be careful.
Oh!
I heard he's not really one for
What's an issue of Baldur's Mouth Gazette doing in here? Was it dumb?
Would you know?
Some people have no respect for literature. Into the bin where it belongs.
Welcome, dear patron, to the floor at the top of the stairs. If you have information about the Night Song, great riches await. If you are here to waste the great wizard Leroican's time, reconsider. Let your knowledge determine your path forward.
The Night Song is an immortal being, the child of a deity.
Hold very still, Nicklaw. Craig's aim is much improved, but still leaves something up to chance.
Yes, sir.
All right, Crank. Ready? Aim. We have a visitor. At ease. Picor, you may go. I see no night song. Surely you wouldn't have entered my tower without the night song in hand? Surely you wouldn't have wasted my time? And you must have an answer to my request. If you want to keep your head, of course. The night song. Do you have it or not? She? Then you do know her. You've been to Shah's temple. To the Shadowfell. You've looked upon the night song's face. Tell me, and choose your next words carefully. Where is she now? Dead? That cannot be. It is immortal. A god. Is that meant to be some consolation? It was the key to my immortality. How can this be? How can this be? Shit! Oh.